P4wnP1 ALOA by Meme82 is a framework which turns a Raspberry Pi Zero W into a flexible, low-cost platform for pen testing, red teaming, and physical engagements, or into a little offensive appliance. Just burn the image, pop it into the Pi, and power up. Within a few seconds, a new Wi-Fi network will appear. Log into the new Wi-Fi network, open a browser, and surf to the control panel. And that's it. P4wnP is a HID attack device, a hardware interface device attack device. Basically, it acts like a keyboard and mouse when plugged into the target system. If you're familiar with Hack5's Ducky Script, the process is very similar, though P4wnP has a lot more capability. To configure P4wnP, you connect it via SSH or through the web interface. You then enter commands that you want the computer to run. Then, when you're ready to use it, you take the Pi, plug it into the target system. P4wnP acts like a keyboard. After it boots up, it automatically begins entering the attack commands, one character at a time. Unlike other HID-type devices, even when the P4wnP is deployed, you can still remote into it and modify or reconfigure it on the fly. Once you configure the P4wnP with the commands that you want it to run, comes the fun part. Deploying it during a pen test or red team engagement. This is where your ninja skills come into play. All you need to do is plug the P4wnP into a target computer and arm it. It will then do whatever you program the device to do. This could be copying documents off of the target system, copying a C2 payload onto the system, scanning the target network, looking for credentials, or even take over the computer and use it to attack other computers on the network. The security tester can remotely connect to the Pi at any time, even when the device is deployed, and can completely modify the device's behavior. It can be reprogrammed on the fly to do an entirely different task than it was programmed to do, all live and in real time. This is the P4wnP web control panel. This is where all the configuration and control for the tool takes place. As previously mentioned, the web interface is a live interface. When you make changes, the changes are effective immediately on the device. The tool creator has done an amazing job with the interface. I was playing around with a lot of the different configurations and put the device in an unstable state. Any other HID type tool would have most likely needed to be unplugged, brought back to the host system and reconfigured. But I was able to redeploy default settings of the device while it was connected to a target system, and I was back in business. Let's take a look at the main menu items. The top left 4 menu buttons are for configuring the different connection types. You can connect to P4wnP through USB, Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi, and these buttons allow you to configure all the settings for that. The next button is Trigger Actions. These are a major part of the new P4wnP version. They really add a lot of intelligent scripting to the tool. There are several pre-existing scripts that tell P4wnP how to behave when it is connected to the target. When you get used to using the tool, you can bring it to the next level by adding your own trigger actions. You can trigger off of several events, including USB connected to the host, Wi-Fi access point is up, DHCP least issued, or even a SSH user login. And these are just some of them. There's several more. And these events can also be set to fire once or multiple times. You can add multiple triggers or modify existing ones. As you can see, with using the combination of settings, you could create a very powerful attack tool. The possible combinations are really only limited to the imagination. The HID script editor is where the magic happens. With the HID script editor, you can create Ducky-like scripts that run on the target system. The difference is you can change these scripts on the fly through the remote control interface. This is the programming code used to control the keyboard and the mouse. Any text is sent through the USB port, one character at a time, but at a very high rate of speed. String text is entered with the type command. Notice the /n at the end of the line for the enter key. The rest of the commands are a script to move the mouse around the screen and to change the typing speed or the moving speed. You can make any changes you want on the script, then save it to run on a target system later. Or if the device is already connected to the target and you are remoting in, just click the run button and the script is executed live on the target system. When the program starts, it opens Notepad on the target system and starts sending or typing one character at a time through the USB port. It also controls the mouse movement and the speeds of both. This is just a basic demo program and wouldn't be much use on an actual security test. Though one of the other sample programs called Mouse Jiggler is kind of interesting. It will just randomly move the mouse around the screen at random times. This is something you could use if you wanted to mess with someone's mind. Again, this is just a simple test. There are many PwnP scripts available online that do different things. You can also enable the device to act like a USB drive, so you can copy files to and from the device during an attack. This is perfect for exfiltrating data from the computer or the network. It is also good for uploading commands that may not be on the device, or malicious programs like a C2 exploit payload. Lastly, let's look at a fun payload that I made for a large red team agency. The target network was being hardened against potential Russian-based hackers. This script would be used on PwnPs, which would be taken by red team testers into the target organization being security tested. If they could successfully access computers in an organization, they would connect the PwnP to the systems and run this script. When the attack script was triggered, it would cause a computer to speak through PowerShell voice commands saying, "Oh no, it must be a Russian hacker." Then multiple Russian flags would pop up in the web browser windows. The test sample is only 6. I had it set to 100. Lastly, the Russian national anthem would play in a hidden Internet Explorer window and at maximum volume. Silly, I know, but it proves several things. Firstly, that the red team successfully accessed computers in an organization. They were able to run a program on the target system, causing the system to reach out to the internet and play a video, but also to download and open the Russian flag from a red team server. This type of attack actually wasn't my personal idea. Back in 2014, allegedly, US and Israeli hackers made workstations in an Iranian nuclear facility play AC/DC's Thunderstruck at night and at full volume. This was a part of the Stuxnet attack, though you don't hear that much about this individual part of the attack. The music video part can be replicated very easily with PwnP using just a limited amount of code. It's a very powerful little platform.